know what legacy means?
It's what you pass down to your children and your children's children. It's what remains of you when you're gone.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Legacy of Westeros, your one-stop shop for all things Westeros. Before we get started on today's video, please take a moment to click that like button, leave a comment down below, slash the notification bell to keep up to date with all of our future content, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. I apologize right off the top. We have not done content on this channel in a long time. It's been our intent to. It's been super busy. We've been actually going live over on our other channel, Fandom Empire, which you can check out on YouTube, covering Game of Thrones and Westeros-related stuff occasionally. But we're dedicated to getting this channel back up and active again, so strap yourselves in and come on the ride with us. And we got massive breaking news today, and it comes from big-time Game of Thrones Westeros insider James Hibbard. Game of Thrones, Aegon's Conquest spinoff in the works from the Batman Part 2 writer, also writer from the Batman. I want to stress that. There's another Thrones project in development, this time from writer Mattson Tomlin. HBO is developing another Game of Thrones spin-off series. The company is actively heating up its long in discussion Aegon's Conquest idea. HBO is partnering with Mattson Tomlin, an in-demand scribe who did uncredited work on Matt Reeves' The Batman. First of all, let's stop right there. Uncredited work on Matt Reeves' The Batman. Now, movies and film and art and a lot of things in life is subjective in nature. Just my opinion. The Batman was an incredibly well-made film on basically every facet of the production. It is so incredibly written. Go back. The script's available online. It is a fantastic read. It's not as good as the movie, of course. But my God, like to have a talent like this working on the next Game of Thrones series, the next Game of Thrones spin-off series, I think that is so vital moving forward. Let's continue. He's also co-writing the upcoming sequel, The Batman Part 2. He also co-wrote the Keanu Reeves action comic adaptation, Berserker, and the upcoming video game adaptation to Mega Man. Aegon's Conquest is basically a direct prequel to the hit House of the Dragon, telling the story of the Targaryens' bloody and brutal conquest of Westeros. The story follows the invader Aegon Targaryen, who conquered the continent of Westeros with his sister wives, Rhaenys and Visenya, and their dragons, of course. There's going to be tons of dragons, right? Aegon successfully unified 6 of the 7 kingdoms in just 2 years, with only Dorne able to successfully resist. But I can't wait to see how that plays out on screen. How did Dorne resist the power of the dragons? And that in itself is a story. I know there's history books that you can go back and look at, but it doesn't mean that it's going to play out that way on screen as we've seen before. One source described the project as taking it back to basics, an approach to George R.R. Martin's epic fantasy universe, though considering the first series was sprawling and complex, it's unclear what back to basics means exactly in Thrones context. Variety previously reported Aegon's Conquest as an idea in early discussion last year. Also, I want to add in that it was talked about as a movie. It was talked about as a movie. Now it's a series. Since Thrones concluded in 2019, there have been many prequels and one sequel idea put into development, and some are considered no longer active, though HBO prefers not to say any option is completely off the table, as there's always a chance the once promising idea could be redeveloped under a different writer. The efforts have spawned 2 greenlit shows, House of the Dragon, which launches its 2nd season this summer, and A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight, which starts production this year and is based on Martin's Duncan Egg novellas. Also, that is slated to release in 2025. HBO had no comment on the situation. So this is massive, in my opinion. You can do this all sort of ways. I do wonder, though, if they decide to start the series even a little further back and we do the fall of Old Valyria. Although I still say if you do the fall itself of Old Valyria, that would make a fantastic cinematic movie. I really do believe But yeah, so Game of Thrones, Aegon's Conquest spin in the works from the Batman writer. This is huge news. Obviously, long way to go. Not greenlit yet. Just because they're writing it doesn't mean it's greenlit. But it's a fantastic idea. They're clearly obsessed with wanting to go back and tell this story about Aegon, and one way or another, I'm sure it's going to happen. Having good talent involved in your project, it can only benefit what you're doing. Anyways, the question is, what do each and every one of you think about this massive breaking Westeros news? George R.R. Martin and company at it again in his massive sandbox that we all love. If you haven't yet, please click the like button, leave a comment down below, share your thoughts there. We would love to hear them. Subscribe to the channel for more content and slash that notification bell to be notified when we drop more content, which will be far more frequently moving forward. Big thank you to those of you that have stuck around, and I cannot wait to see where this goes. Aegon's Conquest, hopefully on the way. Have a great end to your evening.
Do you know what legacy means?
It's what you pass down to your children and your children's children. It's what remains of you when you're gone.